Some of the most precious and priceless treasures in human history have been discovered by archaeologists up to their waists in muddy fields or trudging through sand dunes. You simply never know where the next amazing archaeological find will turn up, but we know there's always another on the way. In fact, there are plenty of them to explore in this video. Let's start off with number 15, the Ezana Stone. The Kingdom of Aksum, located in what is now Ethiopia, left behind one of its most important historical legacies in the form of the Ezana Stone. This monument was carved more than 1,650 years ago and records King Ezana's conversion to Christianity, an event that transformed Aksum into a Christian state. The inscriptions also document his military conquests, including the subjugation of the nearby kingdom of Meroe. What makes the Ezana Stone uniquely valuable is its trilingual format. It's inscribed in ancient Greek, Ge'ez, and Sabaean, making it crucial for understanding early African history and regional diplomacy. Early sections of the stone reference the pagan god Marem, but later portions shift to Christian phrasing, marking a rare glimpse into a transitional religious era. Scholars often compare the Ezana Stone to the Rosetta Stone for its linguistic and cultural significance. It remains one of the clearest written records of early Christianity's arrival and political expansion in sub-Saharan Africa. Number 14, Royal Sumerian Palace and Temple in Girsu. The city of Tello is one of the oldest known urban centers. In 2023, archaeologists uncovered a 4,500-year-old temple and palace complex there, structures that likely belonged to the ancient Sumerians. Often credited with developing the earliest form of writing, the Sumerians remain only partially understood. Back when this structure stood, the city was called Girsu. Excavations began over 140 years ago, yet these monumental buildings remained hidden until now. Inscriptions on the walls identify the temple as Eninu, dedicated to the Sumerian deity Ningirsu. The palace, referred to as the House of the Ruler, revealed over 200 cuneiform tablets, each detailing administrative affairs of Girsu. These discoveries might radically change what is currently known about early Mesopotamian governance and religious practices. The city's architectural remains, alongside the extensive written records, provide an unprecedented look into a civilization whose contributions to law, writing, and urban life shaped human history. Number 13, Roman-era mythical creature of Sharjah. Let's shift to Sharjah in the UAE, where archaeologists found a beautifully preserved Roman-era figurine of a griffin in 2021. Found in the Mleha region, the object appears to have been part of an incense burner, surrounded by three figures in a circular formation around a central bowl. The piece is believed to date back to the 1st century AD. While Sharjah was never under Roman rule, the artifact strongly suggests a trade link between this region and nearby Roman provinces 2,000 years ago. The figurine remains in remarkably intact condition, which is rare for objects of this age. Archaeologists now believe that this part of the UAE may contain many more undiscovered Roman-era relics. The area is still unexplored, archaeologically speaking. If one Roman artifact was found here in such good condition, there may be others. This small statue may mark the beginning of a much larger and more revealing series of discoveries across the region. Number 12, Song Dynasty Lover's Tomb in China. At the Yangshiwan Archaeological Site in Hunan Province, China, a remarkable 1,500-year-old tomb was found containing the remains of a couple buried side by side over 1,000 years ago. Dated to the Northern Song Dynasty, the tomb included 2 brick coffins and ceramic pillow rests. Most notably, a small window known as a soul bridge connected the 2 chambers, a symbolic feature designed to allow the couple to remain united in the afterlife. Lead archaeologist Yang Ningbo explained that, although joint burials were common in the era, this soul bridge is a rare find. Only a few grave goods were uncovered, suggesting the pair were likely ordinary citizens. Charcoal traces found nearby indicate a traditional funeral ceremony took place. Carbon dating may help confirm the burial's exact timeline. Despite its simplicity, the tomb challenges cultural taboos around grave excavations and reveals how even non-elite people were honored with emotional and symbolic care in their final resting place. Number 11. The Throne Hall of Dongola, Sudan. In Sudan, the ruins of Dongola hold one of the most significant architectural remnants of medieval Nubia, the Throne Hall of the Christian Kingdom of Makuria. Built in the 6th century CE, the structure once served as the seat of power for Makurian rulers and hosted official ceremonies. It's made from mud brick, with architectural features including vaulted ceilings and intricately arched entrances. Though it was largely abandoned in the 14th century after repeated Mamluk incursions, the building continued to serve as a mosque, even after partial burial under layers of wind-blown sand. Rediscovered during excavations in the 1960s, the Throne Hall has since been partially restored. Inside, archaeologists found pottery, metalwork, and Christian iconography, evidence of the region's vibrant cultural and religious life before Islam took hold. These findings contribute greatly to our understanding of Nubia's role as a center of political authority, religious transformation, and architectural innovation during the early medieval period. Number 10. Ancient residue in China. China's association with tea predates any other culture, and this recent find proves it. A tea bowl from the Warring States period, containing traces of 2,400-year-old tea, was found at a tomb in the ancient capital of the Shu Kingdom in Shandong Province. According to Chinese legend, tea was first consumed by Emperor Shen Nong around 2737 BCE, although there's no historical proof. The earliest written record of cultivated tea appears in the Trudging, an ancient agricultural almanac from about 2,250 years ago. This bowl offers the oldest direct physical evidence of tea drinking, not just in China, but anywhere. The traces of tea reduced to charred residue were identified using modern analytical techniques. The finding confirms that tea was not only brewed, but also culturally significant in early China. This simple bowl, once used by an unknown individual, cements China's place as the origin of one of the world's most enduring cultural traditions. Number 9. Gauntlet found at the Battle of Visby site. The Battle of Visby took place in 1361 on the island of Gotland in the Baltic Sea. It was fought between the Danish king's invading forces and the local Gutnish militia. The Danes won, thanks to superior numbers and weaponry, though not without suffering heavy losses. Excavation of mass graves from the battle has been ongoing for several years. In August 2014, archaeologists uncovered an iron gauntlet in one of those graves. What makes this discovery unusual is the gauntlet's perfect condition. It shows no signs of battle damage. Normally, undamaged weapons and armor were reused, especially expensive pieces like this. For it to have been buried with its owner might indicate the fallen soldier was someone of high esteem. Possibly, no one else was considered worthy to inherit it. The gauntlet has since been used as a design template by a modern company that produces replica armor. It's now one of the best preserved pieces from this historic battle. Number 8. Ancient beehives in Israel. Archaeologists excavating the ancient city of Tel Rehof in the Jordan Valley unearthed what may be the oldest known beehives in the world. Dated to roughly 3,000 years ago, the hives were made of unfired clay and straw and arranged in orderly rows capable of supporting large bee colonies. This discovery sheds light on the sophistication of beekeeping in ancient Israel and the economic role of honey in the region. Honey served multiple purposes: culinary, medicinal, and ritual, and the organized hive system suggests beekeeping was a structured profession. Tel Rehov's strategic location at the crossroads of several trade routes made it a vital hub in antiquity. particularly for commodities like honey, wine, and olive oil. These beehives demonstrate that the city wasn't just a religious or political center, it was also an economic powerhouse. Their preservation offers critical insights into ancient agricultural practices, labor organization, and the cultural importance of bees in the Near East. All right, now, let's move to number 7, Hero Stone from Vijayanagar Empire in Taggars. This remarkable piece of Indian history was found in 2021 in the small village of Tegerse in Karnataka's Udupi district. The object is a 4-paneled stone carving, known locally as a hero stone, which commemorates a victorious warrior. Scholars believe it dates back to the time of the Vijayanagar Empire, which lasted from 1336 to 1646. Each of the 4 carved panels shows the unnamed hero defeating opponents using a sword. The topmost panel portrays the warrior standing in front of a Shiva lingam with a bull to his left. This suggests martyrdom and divine reverence. The location is not far from Kambala, famous for its annual buffalo races. The stone also bears an inscription, though time and weather have eroded it beyond recognition. Historians remain uncertain whether the warrior depicted was a real individual or a symbolic representation. But the stone remains a striking tribute to valor, devotion, and the memory of a time long past. Number 6, Kazakhstan's ancient stone complex. Near Kazakhstan's eastern Caspian shoreline, archaeologists found a huge 1,500-year-old stone complex covering nearly 300 acres. Believed to have been built by nomadic tribes, the site features a variety of stone structures, some engraved with carvings eerily similar to those at Stonehenge. Among the most notable finds was a silver-adorned saddle, decorated with images of deer, boars, and what might be lions, an indication of both refined artistry and cultural symbolism. The discovery was initiated by a local man using a metal detector. Excavations that followed revealed not only the grandeur of the site, but clues about the lives and movements of its creators, possibly Hunnic tribes active during the Roman Empire's collapse. The silver saddle, bearing detailed tongs motifs, suggests its owner held considerable power and status. Ongoing research continues to explore the site's historical depth and its potential links between ancient Eurasian steppe cultures and modern nomadic traditions. So, hope we can find answers. Number 5. Ancient gold bongs in Russia. During a utility project in Russia, archaeologists unearthed 2 solid gold bongs inside a stone burial chamber believed to date back 2,400 years. These elaborate vessels, linked to the Scythians, a fierce nomadic culture that dominated parts of Europe and Asia between the 9th century BCE and the 4th century CE, were used by tribal leaders to smoke cannabis and opium during rituals. Chemical residue confirmed the use of both things. According to Greek historian Herodotus, the Scythians would consume these narcotic mixtures before entering battle, likely as a way to heighten aggression or trance-like focus. The burial chamber also included golden cups, rings, and neck pieces, all suggesting a high-status guy. Once thought to be primitive, the Scythians are now seen as complex, ceremonial people with elaborate customs. These finds reveal a culture deeply intertwined with symbolic rituals, challenging long-held assumptions about nomadic lifestyles. The items are now preserved and displayed in a regional Russian museum. Number 4. Oldest ink pen in Ireland. It's often said the pen is mightier than the sword, and this next discovery might prove just that. In December 2021, archaeologists in Bohermore, Ireland, uncovered what they now believe to be the oldest ink pen ever found in Europe. It was located at a 10th century settlement, or cashel, that remained in use through the 17th century. The pen's construction is ingenious, a hollow bone barrel paired with a copper alloy nib. Think of it as a primitive version of the modern ballpoint. testing revealed that it dates to the 11th century, surprising experts because literacy was largely restricted to religious elites in Ireland at that time. Even then, feather quills were considered the standard writing tool. That makes this pen a rare one-off. Its design suggests that whoever used it had both literacy and wealth. It raises interesting questions about who lived in that community and who had access to tools like this well before widespread education took hold. Number 3. Bronze Age baby bottles in Germany. Life was especially fragile for infants in the ancient world. During the European Bronze Age, only about 1/3 of babies survived their first year, and 2/3 never made it to adulthood. That didn't mean parents lacked care or affection. In fact, several delicate ceramic vessels resembling modern baby bottles have been found across Germany, suggesting attempts to nourish infants thoughtfully. Chemical residue analysis revealed traces of milk from domesticated animals like goats, cows, and sheep. The oldest examples date back over 3,000 years. These feeding cups often featured animal shapes, possibly to make them appealing to children or to encourage feeding. Some were even small enough to double as toys. At the time, people had no concept of pasteurization, so raw milk carried health risks. But these vessels show early efforts at specialized infant care. Their design mirrors modern practices in surprising ways and offers a rare, intimate look into parenting and survival during prehistoric times. Number 2. Kaymakli underground city in Turkey. Among the many underground complexes of Europe, few are as astonishing as Kaymakli in central Turkey. This subterranean settlement dates back nearly 4,000 years. Originally carved into soft volcanic rock, it stretches 8 levels deep, although only 5 are currently open to the public. The first residents chose underground living to escape conflict and persecution from invading tribes. Despite its age, Kaymakli is intricately planned, featuring homes, storage rooms, winemaking spaces, stables, and even a communal church. Ventilation shafts run throughout the complex, maintaining breathable air and providing access points. Archaeologists and the Turkish government have never permitted public access to the lowest 3 levels, fueling speculation about what remains hidden below. Kaymakli challenges assumptions about prehistoric engineering, revealing a society that built downward for safety, sustainability, and privacy. It stands today not only as a tourist site, but as a testament to survival strategies that shaped early urban architecture in Anatolia. Number 1. Ancient bog butter in County Meath peat bogs are known for preserving organic matter in extraordinary condition. And in 2016, one such bog in Emlaw, County Meath, Ireland, gave up a surprising treasure, a 22-pound lump of butter estimated to be more than 2,000 years old. The large egg-shaped mass was discovered by Jack Conway while cutting turf. Though it smelled strongly of aged cheese, it was still surprisingly moist upon recovery. Experts believe the butter was intentionally buried about 12 feet deep, possibly as a ritual offering meant to protect the land, animals, or harvest. In ancient Ireland, butter was a luxury product, often used as payment or tribute rather than consumed regularly. Burying butter may have also served as a form of preservation or even a display of wealth. Since its removal, the butter has begun to dry out but remains intact. It's now kept at the National Museum of Ireland in Dublin as a unique window into prehistoric Irish customs. If you enjoyed this video, please like and subscribe. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you soon.